two men who will...
Afternoon for football. Coming up, a rematch of Super Bowl 50 between the Carolina Panthers and the Denver Broncos. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. It's brought in right side by Ginn. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. When we look at this unit like we are now, Greg Olsen has become such a reliable target in this league.
Loves to be considered the #1 option in the passing game in the offense he plays, and he lives up to it. Knows the defense is set for him, knows how to beat them.
Now a run with a fullback Johnson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
3rd and inches, just turn around and hand it to the big guy and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Newton on first down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. And a look now at how the Broncos line up defensively.
Chris Harris Jr. is not a name that rolls off the tongue quickly, but it should. He's one of the best cover corners in the league.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. Benjamin with it over the middle.
Kelvin Benjamin bounced back from an ACL injury in 2015 to really good health in 2016 and had a 100-plus yard game early in the season, so it looked like he was all the way back. But Brandon, the rest of the year, never broke 100 yards again.
That is hard to believe. He had a stretch late in the season. He went 18 yards, 11 yards, 20 yards. That's just not what you expect from him and the Panthers.
Not at all. I don't think it's all his fault, but they're going to be looking for another breakout season from him next year.
Now a first carry for Jonathan Stewart. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know Beck. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Ted Ginn, 47 yards. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that that was part of their script because so many teams script their opening possessions. And whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They come out with one back and three tight ends. In the backfield is Anderson. He'll send the big tight end in motion right. He'll get the football here. And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. The offensive lineup now, and the guy we highlight, Emmanuel Sanders.
You can use him in any spot as a wide receiver. In the slot, out wide. It doesn't matter. He just makes plays.
Here's Simeon now on second down. He's got time in the pocket. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. It's the safety, Kurt Coleman. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
To throw on second down is Newton. And Kelvin Benjamin's got it. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll make it a second down. Shift together here from the D-line. Stewart is the lone setback. And he'll get it up the middle. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
Throwing on third down, Newton. Flushed out right. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now fourth down. Charles, that's an important third down stop. You don't want to spot him 2 touchdowns here early.
You're trying to slow momentum down. You've already given up the score. They're coming right back at you. You're exactly right. Being able to hold them there and force a decision on fourth down, that's big for the defense.
So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Going up top. And they went big on first down. Proves unfruitful. C.J. Anderson, the intended target. And it's second down. And the starting defense here for the Panthers.
Charles Johnson off the edge. A long day for any offensive tackle.
Thomas, the lone receiver, left. Play fake to Anderson. Now Simeon. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Mario Addison in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. So the D-line's going to spread out. A play fake to Anderson. It's Simeon. Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Charles Johnson. He's the one to get in this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a fourth down. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Now it's Ginn. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
2nd and 10. Newton again. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And the numbers down a bit from their Super Bowl year this season for Jonathan Stewart. Did have some injuries. He finished with 824 yards, 9 touchdowns, though. Good in that department.
When it's around the goal line, he's a terrific runner because he knows how to get there, and he can run through contact, run through trash, as we like to say. That's part of the reason he accumulates the injuries that he does, because he runs inside a lot and takes on those linebackers. But they're going to work on Jonathan Stewart in the offseason, get him healthy, and have him back ready to go for next season.
They come out here in the eye. Here's Johnson now, the fullback. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Completes it to Benjamin. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down.
Oh, Brandon, this one hurts my heart as a former defensive back. Out in the open field, you've got a chance to get down this receiver. Instead, he breaks through you. You'll hear about this in the film room and from your teammates.
Now Stewart on 1st down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Now it's another carry for the fullback Johnson. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back, because he's holding things up and taking on extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on, because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
And Gano's kick is right through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs went to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Green, the tight end, in motion. Now a first down throw, Simeon, and that'll be incomplete. Let's look ahead for a quick minute. We don't have the schedules yet for next year, but what we do have are the 5 international games that will be played, 4 in London and then 1 again in Mexico, Jacksonville, Baltimore, Miami, New Orleans, Cleveland, Minnesota, Rams, and Arizona. Those in London, and then Mexico's going to get a great game. The Raiders and New England.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And just think about the ones in London. Remember, they're splitting them between the 2 different stadiums in London, so they get a different flavor in all of these places. But Mexico, for the 2nd straight year, the Raiders are coming to town. That should be a whole lot of fun.
Should be a ton of fun and a very good matchup. Simeon. He goes underneath for Anderson. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Detroit!
A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. Green, the tight end, in motion. Throwing on 3rd down, Simeon. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Indeed going for it. Simeon. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. It's the safety, Kurt Coleman, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
On 2nd down, they run with Stewart. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. Couple of Broncos there in on the tackle.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn, and it's 4th down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Distance was never an issue, not in this mile-high air, but it doesn't matter what elevation you're at if you don't put it on target. And this one kind of takes off on it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flush to his right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Well, you mind if we go off topic for a second?
No,
you know I like to do that randomly. AFC playoff contenders for this year that didn't make it last season. Who do you have that might get in?
Well, I think Cincinnati's got to be considered there. Maybe they'd have an offseason that's calm, and they go into this season and try and get back to the playoffs where they've been perennials. How about Denver?
Yeah.
Remember last year they didn't have the quarterback to start. Trevor Siemian played pretty well.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by, there he goes, right side. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Short throw pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. In the backfield is Anderson. Siemian on first down. Norwood's got it, complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. And we've arrived at the 2-minute warning here in half number 1. Offense still needing 10 yards, 2nd down. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Here's Siemian now on 2nd down, and it's incomplete. So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on 3rd down. Here's Siemian. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. A 2nd down carry for Booker. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gain, they can run that play on any down.
And Green with a catch left side. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now's a play caller. Because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Now let's go. Detroit! Detroit! No. Check. Patriot! Good!
On 2nd and 10, Siemian throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Virgil Green is tied in the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Siemian. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Demaryius Thomas, 26 yards. And the Broncos cut into that lead. That is good, and that'll make it 20-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Carolina getting set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Newton on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett able to drop him for a loss of 4. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On second down, here's Newton. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Third down, still 14 yards left. Third and long, it's Newton. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
The tight end, Olsen, in motion. On first down, it's Newton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target. And now it's second down. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before the break. Newton. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Simeon now to throw. Over the middle, it's Thomas. 18 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be first down, Denver. There were a couple holes there, partner. Was that zone coverage?
It's exactly what it was, Brandon. When you see man-to-man, that defender runs with the receiver. In this case, they were just taking care of theirs.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On first down, it's Simeon. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. It's a gain of 24 that time. And it's a first down for the Broncos. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And the back goes into motion. First and 10, Simeon. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. K1 short in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. To throw on second is Simeon. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Trey Boston. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. Looking to get the ground game going with Stewart. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Whenever I go to a team's practice facility and watch them work, I love to watch the defensive guys in what they call pursuit drills. The ball goes either towards them or away from them. How fast will they respond? On this play, the defensive end responded better than anyone and made a really nice play.
On second down, here's Newton. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there. And it's third down.
Sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
They come up in an offset eye. Throwing on third down, Newton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Here's Andy Lee now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Yeah, Sanders now to return. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Now let's go.
In the backfield is Anderson, and he'll get it up the middle. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game. The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Green, the tight end, in motion.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Throwing on third down, Simeon. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's Ginn. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, Give him 15, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Carolina getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They start on the ground. This is Stewart on first. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. In a 3-4 defense there, and against the run, a lot of responsibility can fall on that nose tackle.
A ton of responsibility, no pun intended, because they've got to deal with not just the center, both guards, and a lot of times they have to eat up double teams in order to let the rest of the guys get to the football. But how about that play?
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Shaquille Barrett in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And Ginn's got it. 19 yards that time for number 19. Fresh set of downs here.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Stewart is the lone setback. To throw on second down is Newton. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum. Big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Halfback sent in motion. From the gun on third down, Newton. He sets to fire deep, and it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They will go for it. Now Newton. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. First down throw, Simeon. A dump off to Anderson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. In motion right is Thomas. Here's Simeon now on second down. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Whether they deserve credit or not, the defense is going to take credit for that incompletion because it always feels good when you slow down an offense.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third.
Leffert! All right, now, check four. All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Simeon. And this is going to be incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up a fourth down. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
All right, now, look at this. Set. Leffert! Leffert! Max mine. Watch it now. Detroit!
They snap it to Simeon. He gets it to Brown, complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Marlon Brown, 44 yards. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complimentary?
And he's going to be taken down. He's sacked on the final play of this third quarter. Back now at the home of the champs, Sports Authority Field in Denver. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. They come out here in the eye. Here's a give to the fullback. That's Johnson. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Offense working with a 3rd and 13 still left. Third and long. It's Newton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Here's Andy Lee now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now Sanders. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Denver getting set to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Coney Ely in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle.
And got his man complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And this hasn't been the typical game, no doubt, for Emmanuel Sanders. They've really limited him.
He's one of those players that provides a real spark when he gets going. And when he does it, it's felt by the rest of the team, and they're feeling it in this one because...
Oh, no, he lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
On second down, here's Simeon. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Norwood in motion. Third and long. It's Simeon. They'll set up the screen for Forsett. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Gary Kubiak's guys denied on fourth down. And the Panthers will get the football back. Carolina getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
That was a nice completion on an out route. And those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
20.
This is Johnson, the fullback. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. To throw on second down is Newton. Time for a break, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Now Newton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast. But sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you. And maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
Yeah, a lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And they're definitely showing blitz here. Here we go on 4th. Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. That one good for 12 yards. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
Newton gives off to Stewart. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Too quick to the trigger that time. Neutral zone infraction, and that'll cost him 5 yards. 6 yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down. Now we give to the push man through, and that's Johnson. Down right around the 25. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. So Carolina eating some clock on the ground there, and part of why they... And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. They come out here in the eye. And the inaugural carry here for Fonzie Whitaker. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the 1st down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. All right, so then instead of a 2-score lead in the waning moments, that miss means they're going to need to sweat this one out after all, partner.
Nothing comes easy in this league. That could turn out to be a miss of disastrous proportions. So now they need to call on their defense one last time to bail them out.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They overload him that time on the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Back to throw. Green's got it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everyone, as we say so long from Denver.